Hello, my dear students. In this lecture, we are going to see one previous year GATE numerical. This question was asked in GATE 2009 for 2 marks. This question is based on finding the exit temperature of cold fluid with the help of effectiveness formula. So let us understand the question. The question is, in a parallel flow heat exchanger operating under steady state. Now, my dear students, they have mentioned that it is a parallel flow heat exchanger. It is a parallel flow heat exchanger. So let us draw the temperature profile of this parallel flow heat exchanger. Now, for parallel flow heat exchanger, the hot and cold fluid will enter from the same side. Let us say here from the left side, hot fluid enters at temperature Thi, and the exit temperature of hot fluid will be Tho, right? Therefore, it is a hot fluid. And my dear students, the hot fluid is flowing from left to right. Therefore, the cold fluid will also flow from left to right. Therefore, the entry temperature of cold fluid is Tci and the exit temperature of cold fluid will be Tco. Right. Here, this is a cold fluid. And my dear students, this left side temperature difference, that is Thi minus Tci, is called delta T1. And the right side temperature difference, which is nothing but Tho minus Tco, is called delta T2. Right. Now, let us go back to the question. Now, question is, in a parallel flow heat exchanger operating under steady state, the heat capacity rates, product of specific heat at constant pressure and mass flow rate of the hot and cold fluid are equal. Now, my dear students, they have given mCp of hot fluid is equal to mCp of cold fluid. That is product of specific heat Cp and mass flow rate for hot and cold fluid is same, that is equal. Therefore, can I say both are minimum? Therefore, both are C minimum as well as both are C maximum, right? Both are C minimum as well as both are C maximum. And here this capital C is product of EMCP, right? Now again, let us go back to the question. The hot fluid flowing at 1 kg per second with specific heat at constant pressure 4 kilojoule per kg. Therefore, my dear students, here mass flow rate of hot fluid is given 1 kg per second, right? And specific heat of hot fluid is given, which is nothing but Cp of hot fluid 4 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Then enters the heat exchanger at 102 degrees Celsius. Means this is the entry temperature of hot fluid. Therefore, Thi is given. Thi 102 degrees Celsius. Right. While the cold fluid has an inlet temperature of 15 degrees Celsius. Therefore, this is the inlet temperature of cold fluid, which is Tci. Therefore, Tci is given 15 degrees Celsius. Then the overall heat transfer coefficient for the heat exchanger is estimated to be 1 kilowatt per meter square Kelvin. Now here overall heat transfer coefficient is nothing but U. Therefore here U is given 1 kilowatt per meter square Kelvin. Then and the corresponding heat transfer area, surface area is 5 meter square. And corresponding to this overall heat transfer coefficient, surface area is given 5 meter square. Then neglect the heat transfer between the heat exchanger and the ambient, means whatever heat lost by the hot fluid is gained by the cold fluid. If there is no heat transfer between the heat exchanger and ambient, then whatever may be the heat lost by the hot fluid is always equal to heat gained by the cold fluid, which is nothing but heat flowing through the heat exchanger, heat transfer between the heat exchanger, right? Then the heat exchanger is characterized by the following expression or relation. Now here this is effectiveness. Therefore, twice effectiveness is equal to this relation is given. Actually, for parallel flow heat exchanger, we remember such type of relations. In examination, there is absolutely no need of providing this relation because you must remember this effectiveness relation for the parallel flow heat exchanger. We know that for parallel flow heat exchanger, the effectiveness of parallel flow is equal to 1 minus e raised to minus 1 plus c NTU divided by 1 plus C. This is a general formula of effectiveness of parallel flow heat exchanger, where this C is nothing but this C minimum divided by C maximum. C is C minimum divided by C maximum. C is equal to C minimum divided by C maximum. Here C minimum is equal to C maximum, therefore is equal to 1. Right. So if I put this C is equal to 1 here, therefore effectiveness of parallel flow will become 1 minus e to the power minus 2 NTU divided by 2. Therefore, if I take this 2 on this side, then it will become 2 in multiplication, and this 2 will go, right? This 2 will go, and the same relation is given here, my dear students. The same relation is given here. 2 effectiveness is equal to 1 minus exponential power minus 2 NTU, right? And in examination this time in 2009 they have provided this relation, but here onward they will not provide this relation. You have to remember this relation, right? Then the question is, the exit temperature in degree Celsius for the cold fluid is. Now this TCO is a question. For cold fluid, what is the exit temperature? That is, they have to find TCO is equal to question mark. Now, my dear students, I am going to erase this question so that we will get sufficient space for the solution. Now, my dear students, from this relation, we can write this effectiveness is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2 NTU divided by 2, right? And we know that the effectiveness of heat exchanger is nothing but Q actual, that is actual heat transfer through the heat exchanger divided by maximum possible heat transfer through the heat exchanger. This is how we can write effectiveness of heat exchanger, right? Now, with the help of these two equations, we will find this TCO, right? Now, my dear students, here, as they have mentioned, EMCP hot is equal to EMCP minimum, cold, which is nothing but EMCP minimum as well as EMCP maximum, right? Therefore, my dear students, here let us find this Q actual, Q maximum possible, and NTU, number of transfer units. We know that these number of transfer units, NTU, is nothing but UA divided by EMCP minimum, which is also called C minimum. Therefore, UA divided by C minimum is nothing but number of transfer units. Therefore, here U is given in kilowatt per meter square Kelvin. If I am using this U in kilowatt per meter square Kelvin, then I have to use this CP in kilojoule per kg Kelvin, right? So CP is in kilojoule per kg Kelvin only, and U in kilowatt per meter square Kelvin only. So let us put in same units. Therefore, here U is nothing but 1, area is given, right? Area is given 5, 1 into 5 divided by C minimum. Now, my dear students, here C minimum is nothing but CP of hot as well as CP of cold. Therefore, let us write down CP of hot, which is nothing but 1 into 4, right? M mass of hot is 1 into mass of CP of hot is 4. Therefore, it will become 1 into 4. Therefore, number of transfer units will be equal to 1.25, right? Now, once you calculate this number of transfer units, you can find this effectiveness, right? Therefore, my dear students, this effectiveness will be equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2 NTU, number of transfer units, divided by 2, which is nothing but Q actual. Now, actual heat transfer is nothing but Q actual is nothing but, if I consider cold fluid, then it will become EMCP of cold into temperature difference of cold, that is TCO minus TCI. And if I consider hot, then it will become EMCP of hot into temperature difference of hot, that is THI minus THO. Many times we have seen this in previous numericals, right? Therefore, this Q actually is EMCP of cold, TCO minus TCI is equal to EMCP of hot, THI minus THO, right? And my dear students, this Q maximum is nothing but Q maximum is equal to EMCP minimum into delta T maximum, right? This is how the maximum possible heat transfer can be calculated. Now, my dear students, EMCP minimum is for both hot as well as cold, and delta T maximum is nothing but the maximum temperature difference in this heat exchanger, which is nothing but THI minus TCI. Therefore, here this delta T maximum is nothing but THI, the maximum temperature in the heat exchanger, minus TCI, which is nothing but minimum temperature in the heat exchanger. Therefore, maximum temperature minus minimum temperature is nothing but delta T max, right? So, my dear students, let us use this formula. Therefore, it will become Q actual divided by Q maximum possible is equal to. Now, my dear students, here question is to find TCO. Now, depending on the question requirement, as they are asking for exit temperature for cold fluid, so here I will write the formula in terms of cold fluid, because in the formula of cold fluid only there is the exit temperature of cold fluid. Therefore, here I will write EMCP of cold into TCO minus TCI divided by Q maximum. Again, for Q maximum, the EMCP minimum is nothing but EMCP hot as well as EMCP cold. But logically, as I have written here EMCP cold, so in denominator EMCP minimum use EMCP cold, right? Therefore, it will become EMCP cold into maximum temperature difference is THI minus TCI. So my dear students, here this EMCP code will get cancelled. Therefore, the formula will become effectiveness of heat exchanger is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2 NTU divided by 2, which is equal to TCO minus TCI divided by THI minus TCI, right? So let us use this final relation and let us find this required term. Therefore, let us equate them. Then this effectiveness will become equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2. NTU is number of transfer units is 1.25. We have calculated 1.25 divided by 2, which is equal to TCO. We have to calculate minus TCI. Inlet temperature of cold fluid is given 15, right? Divided by here THI is 102 and TCI is 15. Therefore, THI minus TCI 102 minus 15, right? So here in this complete expression only TCO is unknown. So my dear students, let us solve this equation for TCO. If I solve this equation for TCO, then I will get TCO is equal to 55 degrees Celsius. So my dear students, here in this question the answer will be option B. Thank you dear students. In next lecture we will see one more numerical on this topic which was asked in previous year GATE examination.